So I'm talking to you, entrepreneur, start that business, stop taking those courses. You have everything you need. Whatever it is, you have everything
Mm,
that you need.
you do.
You
You
have
have
everything
all
you
the
need.
tools. Just implement them.
Yep. Welcome back, multi-passionate entrepreneurs. Before we get too far in this episode, we want to remind you that we are going to London in June. It's an entrepreneur escape. We're going to explore culture, food, the whole nine. So we want to make sure that you're inside of Patreon. You could be a free member on Patreon to get access to that information. So be sure, patreon.com/, Harmony Hustle Pod. So Ami and I went to lunch the other day. I had ramen for the first time, my spicy beef ramen. It was chef's
That
kiss.
was your first time?
Having ramen, yes, yes.
I didn't know that.
I've only had the typical package ramen with the
The
packet,
old, like, college ramen.
college ramen.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
no, I
part.
had the real
The
ramen,
original.
the original. It was
The OG
the
of
OG
ramen.
of
Okay,
ramen.
yep, that one. Okay.
It was so good.
What?
Oh,
Oh, we need to go back and
absolutely. I need
oh,
to
it
try
was
every
good.
single thing. Get some
Yes.
pho, get some
Oh, yes.
yes, no, it was
Yes.
fantastic. But we were talking about like entrepreneurship, of course. That's like
Yes.
no matter where
That's
we go.
that's the
That's the
topic.
topic. We could be standing on the corner getting ready to leave talking about business,
Absolutely.
whatever. And we're kind of talking about like limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome. And I think, it's something that I know
Mm.
I've experienced imposter syndrome. I've probably said things that express limiting beliefs. What about
Mhm.
you? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. And sometimes it's so kind of like hidden. It's like, but it's the thoughts that are happening behind the mind
Mm,
that kind of drive how we navigate the decisions that we make.
yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you really got to really take time to think about what are some of those limiting beliefs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I
Mm,
was thinking as I was driving today, in the beginning of the entrepreneur journey for me, I never really said, "Oh, I don't have the tools or I'm not smart enough," but I think my behaviors made it seem like I thought
mm,
those things because I was signing up for the next course.
mm.
When that course was done, the next course and the
Mhm,
next course,
mhm.
but then that kind of fed into the whole imposter syndrome,
Yes.
where I think technically imposter syndrome is if the fear of exposure, like you're not good enough,
Yes.
but yeah, the limiting belief, I'm not smart enough. I think it's without ever actually verbalizing it, maybe it's a thought or a
I
feeling,
think that's
to say, "Oh,
yes.
I need more. I don't have enough information yet." And then that feeds into the whole concept of the imposter
Mhm.
syndrome where it's like, "Oh, I don't know, they're gonna think
I'm not
I'm
ready.
not
I can't do
I
it
can't do it."
because, all those I can't, it's just limiting, what you are capable of doing.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, I feel like if you peel back the layers, it's like it comes from a place, right? And I was thinking about this the other day and how I feel like it kind of ties back to our origin stories,
Hmm.
growing up sometimes, not always, but
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like it may be things that we were exposed to, the things that people said growing up, friends and, just people in our circles, some of the things they may have said or may not have said that caused us to kind of come up with these ideas of what we were capable of doing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And it's like peeling back. So, like for me, for example, as I think about what are some of my limiting beliefs, something that probably originated from the beginning
Mhm.
that now shows up today.
Mhm.
And so, as I was thinking about that, I was like, man, let me think about that. And you know what came up
Hmm.
for me? And this isn't something I really thought about before. I'm not a salesperson.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was because at the time, like just growing up, I had all these ideas. And typically, you have ideas, you're sharing it, you're technically selling your idea to
Mhm.
somebody in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And, it felt like a lot of people weren't picking up what I was putting down.
Yeah.
And so then it's like I started, so they didn't necessarily say you're a bad salesperson, you're not a good salesperson, but the fact that they weren't picking up what I was putting down started to create this idea in my mind that I was not a good salesperson.
Some doubt.
Some
Some
doubt, like,
doubt,
right?
yeah.
Like, I'm not able to convey I'm just not able to convey what it is that I'm visualizing for other people to see, and I don't know, some of those stories start to form early on
Mm.
that carry through my entire life and
Yeah.
is present today.
So when I think about limiting beliefs, I think about or I've heard statements like I can't do it or, I can't start yet. It's not perfect. So all these ideas, I don't have the tools. I don't have what but you do. It's all about reframing
Yes.
that statement that you're making. Um, so it's not that you need more. It's just realizing I have everything that I need to
Mhm.
start or do said thing.
Yes.
So it's definitely reframing and rephrasing and how the conversation you have with yourself about
Mhm.
starting the business or learning a language or people say,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm too old."
Yeah, oh, that's
But
yeah.
you're not
Yeah,
too
this
old
is
to
true.
learn,
Mhm.
At some point, I mean, age plays a part in
Mhm.
all things that we do, but it changes how you approach it, but it doesn't mean that because of your age, you can't do something.
Exactly.
Um, no,
Mhm.
I have experience that allows me to start this business.
Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
reframing, the
Reframing, which I
reframing.
think could really allow you to make it's like creating that bridge. When you
Mhm.
reframe, you're creating that bridge. You're going from the place of I don't have enough time. I don't have the knowledge. You're creating that reframing bridge to get you to that place of where you what you think is your
Mhm.
which and I feel like your perception is your truth,
Right.
but reframe it so that you can develop a new truth. I
Yeah.
feel like it's a choice.
Oh, for sure, for
It is
sure.
a choice. The reframing is a choice. You don't have to think the way you did. Or if you
Mhm.
felt like, oh, I don't know, I don't have enough time. Okay, how can we create more time?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and you have to 100% acknowledge the fact that that's how you are thinking
Yes,
to be able to change it.
you do. You
Okay,
do.
is what I'm saying true?
Yes, this is true.
So it requires some self-reflection and being able to say, "All right, I need to slow myself down for a minute." Yeah, is what I'm saying
Hmm.
true? If it is true,
Hmm.
okay. If it's not
Hmm.
true, why do I think it's true? How can I reframe it?
Hmm. Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's ooh.
Yeah, and I think as multi-passionate well, you and I are definitely multi-passionate, you're
Yes.
probably multi-passionate as well. I
Yes.
know a lot of times when they talk about imposter syndrome, they say people are often high achieving as well,
Hmm.
but starting a business, if you have this idea, whatever it is, again, acknowledge that there might be some limiting beliefs that you have, work through them, and just do the thing, start the business, whatever it is
Start
you
it.
wanna do, because why not?
Why
Time is
not?
gonna pass by no matter what.
Absolutely.
And if you're evaluating your statements and your thoughts, and if they are not true, they're not
Mhm.
real, then, you're getting in your way. So it's being
Absolutely.
able to work past that and not be your worst enemy, you know? So, mm.
I I love this topic. I love this topic for so many reasons
And
because I think it shows up, in very subtle ways.
it does.
Very subtle ways. It's like if you're constantly hitting a roadblock, you know, or you're stagnant, I
Mm,
feel like look around the corner. It might be tied to a limiting belief.
yeah. I mean, so this morning we're recording, it's like, we got here at 7:15 in the
Yes.
morning,
Yes.
and for years, I will say I'm not a morning person.
Mm.
I prefer not to be up early in the morning.
Yeah.
However, I do know that I am more effective early in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
So even to a certain degree, just that language, I'm
Yes.
telling myself I'm not a morning person. So everything about the morning would seem awful. I'll never do anything in the morning, but it's
Mhm.
reshaping
Mhm.
that statement itself to say, okay, well, I might prefer this. However, I know I'm more effective in the morning. So I'm going to use the morning to do XYZ thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So and it's easy to repeat the same things over and over again. "Oh, I'm not a morning person. I can't do this. I don't have that." Part of it could be that you hear it or like you were saying, hear it
You hear it
around you.
around.
Other
Yes.
people are saying the same thing, and so you just
You absorb, you
absorb it.
adopt, and that becomes your whole thought process
Yeah,
where it's not even
it's
yours.
not even
It's
yours.
not even yours,
Mm-mm.
take that off, leave those bags. That is not of you,
Mhm.
that's not going to allow you to go to that next phase in your businesses.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that you got to be mindful of because it shows up.
Mhm.
And then having people around you, right, to remind you, hey, if my language starts to change, hold me accountable.
Yep.
Say something to me
Yep.
because
Check
I
me.
do not check me, right? Because I
Mhm.
don't want to be moving in those spaces. And you do the same for that person so that you both can be growing
For
because it
sure.
shows up.
Mhm.
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for
Mm.
me, I think one of the biggest thing I shared before is just the whole course thing. So I'm talking to you, entrepreneur, start that business, stop taking those courses. You have everything you need. Whatever it is, you have
Mm,
everything that you need.
you do.
You
You
have
have
everything
all
you
the
need.
tools. Just
Mhm.
implement them.
Yep.
And as advance through the process, you just make pivots when you need to. And we're not saying don't ever take courses, but it's one
Of
thing to
course.
take course after course after course and you're not implementing, right? You can take in all that knowledge, but don't wait to say, "Oh, I will start when I
Mm.
have all this knowledge." I'm like, at that point it's already too late
Yeah. Know that you have knowledge. Identify that you have, if there are any gaps in your knowledge, get the appropriate course for that gap to
to
fill
create
it.
that bridge.
And then once you have that, make the decision to start, and then evaluate as you go to see maybe I need to get additional training, but don't get sold by um, marketing. And marketing is great. If you see that a course might be great for you and you sign up for it, then they did their job. But don't just give your money away.
Mhm.
Evaluate. How will this course help me, or how will this particular decision help me? Am I gaining anything new? And I'm
Will I
speaking from
implement?
will I implement, because
That's a
I
big
have courses
thing.
that I've not implemented.
I have courses I have not finished.
Yes. We have one we joined together that we're probably in the
The
same. I have a binder that we started, but
I probably did day 1. Legit.
so we're not talking at you. We're talking to ourselves as
Like, this
well.
is us. This is like us. It's like, I'm not no, if I do another
Yep.
course, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's true.
Yeah, and I realized at one point I would sign up for a course and look through the content and realize I already knew it. I already knew this stuff, and so my money's gone,
And
and
then you get mad
and
at
I'm
yourself.
relearning something.
It's like, I
You
already
know,
knew this.
right? So
Yeah.
definitely.
Uh, you
Yep.
know, uh,
Uh
I signed up for a course.
oh. Talk
But
about the
I'm
course.
listen, but I'm implementing. That's the
Okay.
thing. That's
All
it.
right.
That's the thing. But in the course, you know what? But in this course, it was really cool. So one of the things that I took away from this particular course, and it's all relevant to just the whole limiting beliefs, right? It's really understand essentially what is the limiting belief, right? Like, what
Mm-hmm.
is the thing,
Yeah.
right? I don't think that I can do this, or I can't do this, whatever that is. Identify what that is. And then think about what is the goal, like, that will help you to address that limiting belief. So for example, let's say your goal is let's do this exercise. What is a limiting belief that you have currently that you can think of?
I mean, the one that I recite the most would be that I'm not a morning person.
That you're not a morning
Yeah.
person. Okay. Okay. And what is a goal that you have that would help you to overcome that limiting belief?
To overcome a goal to overcome it.
Overcome it. Like, what is a goal that you have for your, let's say, your business, right? Because we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about a business
Mm-hmm.
podcast,
Mm-hmm.
that would require you to overcome the whole, or that would allow you to really tap into the morning to
Right. So
push you
actually,
forward.
more recently, using the calendar, I've blocked off time,
Okay.
and so I've evaluated my entrepreneur goals, personal goals, which include language learning, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And so looking at the time in a week, time in a day, the mornings will have to be a part of it earlier than I'd
Okay.
like to. So I have set events on my calendar that I have to
Mm.
show up for,
Okay.
that are at 5 o'clock in the morning because they're
Mhm.
important to me. So although I can say I'm not a morning person, I think actually on my phone it might be that Monday
Ooh.
mornings.
I'm
Yeah,
impressed, y'all. She says she's gonna be up at 5 in the morning.
you can see my full calendar,
Oh, look at,
right?
isn't it beautiful?
But so Monday morning or whatever would be
Yes.
responding to emails for
Okay.
business and things like that. So
Okay.
that's the workaround for me. So despite not
Yes.
being a morning person or preferring to be in my bed, which is not a bad thing to be cozy in bed,
Yes.
but I have goals. I want to be able to respond more promptly to emails. I want to be able to improve my language learning, my
Okay.
music playing. I want to tap into my community. So all these things, those goals,
Yes.
um, in order to get them done in a day or a week, I have to use the morning.
Yes.
So I'm just restructuring what it looks like,
Yes.
and not using the reason or the excuse of the morning as the way that I can
Exactly.
opt out of it.
And I think that right there is a perfect example of how you can overcome that,
Okay.
that limiting belief, right?
Mhm.
And you essentially start to starve that belief that I'm not a morning person. And you start to feed, the goal of accomplishing all these things.
Yeah.
And then over time, one overpowers the other, where this thought of I'm not a
Mhm.
morning person, it kind of fades, you
Yeah.
know?
Because the thing is, when you think about that, if I were to continue to say for my entire lifetime that I'm not a morning person, there will definitely come a point when you evaluate your life up and at whatever point to say,
Yes.
what have I accomplished? Have I done the things that I said I wanted to do? Have I
Hmm.
tried these new things? And if saying you're not a morning person or whatever the limiting belief is
Exactly.
has prevented you from following a passion, you're not truly living.
You're not.
And that's the
No,
goal is to live, and so,
to
again,
thrive,
yeah,
yeah,
so this
to
is
have
entrepreneur
expansion.
related, but it could be almost anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me yeah, there are tasks on my calendar for the
Yes.
time management where I'm making myself get up because the reality is I'm up at that hour.
Mhm. Yeah.
So there's no reason to say, "Well, if I'm already
Mhm.
awake, why not do something in that time?"
Exactly. Exactly.
So
So,
I
I
don't have to
love it.
scroll internet, like, with one eye closed. I don't need to scroll the internet. I can do something more productive.
I love it. So
Yeah.
that's the thing that pulls you.
Yeah. Now what about
Yeah.
you? Do you have a limiting belief right now that you're working
Um,
through?
what I am working through now, I would say, is that, hmm,
Or
mm.
have worked through?
I would say that I'm currently working through is that I am not a salesperson.
Okay.
I am working through that. And for me, it is actively doing things because if you're an entrepreneur, you are a salesperson.
Mm,
Or I feel like you need to become a better one because you have a product or a service that you're looking to get out there, to
yeah.
stay, you know, in business, that's something to be mindful of. So for me, it is me, taking courses, but not just taking courses for the
Yeah.
sake of. I'm actually taking courses and I'm actually implementing as I go to
Yeah.
become better, to refine my skill, to convey, my messaging, to really focus on, the highlights of that particular product or service,
Yeah.
but to do it in my unique way where
Right.
it's not like, hey, I'm selling something, you know? So for
Yeah.
me, I'm starving that thought that I'm not a salesperson, and
Mm,
I'm feeding me as the individual so that I can show up differently, and
yeah.
so that as I'm having one conversation to the next, I'm looking to see how could I have improved? What did I say, not say? So that it helps to shape that conversation that I have with the next person and the
Mhm.
next and the next.
Nice.
So, and I'm really at the point of accepting that, because when you think about, oh, sales, there's a lot of negative connotations to go with it.
Mhm.
And so at times, and so for
Mhm.
me, because people don't want to be sold to, right? But for me, it's really just embodying that we sell all the time,
We
all the time.
100%.
I
100%.
sold you to do this
Yeah.
detox with me.
I mean, so that's the thing. I think that the limiting belief
Yes.
of I'm not a salesperson, the first restructure is it's not, is to maybe say I'm not, hmm,
Mm-hmm.
the reframing of saying I'm not a salesperson. No, I don't know. Actually, I think it's true. Like I'm not a salesperson. Like
Mm-hmm.
there are people who have jobs that they are 100% in sales,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I am not a salesperson can be true, but it's just that it's the reshaping of what it means to be a salesperson. Because you're right, we are always
Yes.
selling
Yes.
every single day,
Every
all day
single
long.
day.
If I get a new lipstick, "Oh my gosh, Omni, I
Absolutely.
got this lipstick from the lip bar and I love it for this reason."
Absolutely.
So I am sharing my excitement about something with you and
Exactly.
telling you what the product is, and that's I think excuse me, the first reshaping that has to happen
Mhm.
along with the courses because there
Absolutely.
is a skill to sales as well,
Yes,
being able to
absolutely.
identify, pain points and all these
Absolutely,
different things, but in terms
absolutely.
of limiting beliefs,
Yes.
yeah, I think it's the reshaping of that statement. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
no, I'm just sharing my
Mhm.
excitement about something, my joy about something,
Absolutely.
and I'm not
How I'm benefiting from this product or
and I'm
service.
not afraid to share it with someone.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, courses aren't bad. I mean, if it helps to refine a skill that,
Absolutely.
but,
Yeah,
but the
definitely.
shift in the limiting belief is like, I share opportunity, I share
Mhm.
joy, I share whatever
Exactly.
around
Mhm.
a service product
Mhm.
item.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So question of the week.
Yes,
Question
shall
of the
we?
week.
Mm. Slow motion
So,
as
ooh,
they go all out of the bowl. All right. Mm.
all right. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh, okay. When was the last time you truly unplugged? No laptop, no phone, and what did you realize during that time?
When I was sick. Just the other day.
Oh no.
Yes, and what I realized, I was knocked out. I was asleep.
Yeah.
But no, in truthfulness, yes, legit when I was under the weather
Mm.
and I was just really exhausted. And actually I was can you read it one more time?
Yeah. So when was the last time you truly unplugged? No laptop, no phone, and what did you realize during that time?
Okay. Well, I was actually working when I was sick, even though I had to unplug because I would usually listen to music, podcasts, watch something while I'm working. And I just was a little thrown off by the sickness. And so I was just actively present. But what I did realize during that time that it gave me an opportunity to really kind of like become more in tune to what I was
Mm.
feeling
Yeah.
and talk my way through it through that
Hmm.
appointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
For me, the last time I truly so apart from sickness, yeah, that
yes.
kind of forces you to unplug a little
Mhm.
bit. But when I have uh and had the intention to unplug,
Mhm.
it made me realize one, just how much time I've spent
Tapped
scrolling
in. Mhm.
scrolling internet, scrolling Instagram, things like that. And when I realized that, I would look at my settings on my phone to see how
Mhm.
many hours I'd been on
Yes.
screen. And so I took some of that time and I started learning languages.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, I think I agree. You end up you're more in tune,
Mhm.
but I realized that I wasn't using my time
Wisely.
wisely or well. So I'm like, all right, for these 8 hours that I've spent
Mhm.
on social media, let me do something else in those 8 hours.
Mhm.
So yeah, unplugging does that for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like, all right,
yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
good. I
get
do like now prior to that when it was not, through prior to that when it we keeping this. We keeping this, all right? We keeping this.
if I can make it work, if I can make it, if I testing my editing skills.
Just leave it. This is live. This needs to be the live uncut
This is a live
version of the
uncut
podcast.
while on a herbal
Yeah, listen,
detox.
that's what you listen. This is day one. I'm still working on the clarity. I would say that no, prior to it being due to sickness, with intention,
Mm,
because I do like to start off my mornings like that.
unplugged.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Mm,
When I'm in that space, when I'm truly doing that,
yeah,
more in tuned, more connected, the ideas flow, more clarity, um, able to problem solve.
yeah,
Especially when I'm doing that, I tend to go into more of a meditative state.
yeah.
And as I'm going into that, I'm tapping into that elevation, that wave frequency. Truly, that's when the problem solving, like all of that kind of just it's like a downgrade, not a downgrade,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, it's like a download to
Yeah.
me where it's like, so I do love starting my mornings off like that.
It's interesting too. I know that I don't know what episode it was we talked about using Google Calendar and all that kind of stuff,
Yes.
but during those times, I realized that it's not effective to do that. So
Mhm.
that's when I like using a traditional
I
calendar
get that.
or a dry erase board
I get
because
that.
you get up, you get to see what you were
Yes.
planning to do, what the goals
Yes.
were for the day, and then you just tackle it. You're actually reading it versus opening up the phone. And for me in the morning, one eye's open, one eye's
I
closed,
know, right? Like
So
that's really doing
yeah,
something. Like we're getting half of what we're seeing.
so yeah, I think it's so I do like both, but yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I make better use of time
Yeah, yeah,
unplugged,
yeah.
unplugged. Because it's
I get
easy. I
it.
mean, it's addictive.
It
Social media and it's
is. One thing leads to
entertaining.
another.
The dance trends,
Yeah,
whatever it is,
exactly.
but yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what happens for
agree.
me when I
When you do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Harmony Hustlers, we wanna know, what are your limiting beliefs? Have you thought about this? Let us know in the comments what you have as your limiting beliefs, and if you see your post, we'll help you reshape it, reframe it if we can, but, we wanna hear from you, let us know. But
Yes.
we are calling it a day right
We
now.
are.
We'll see you next week for another conversation. So, again, be sure to come over to join us on Patreon. We shared the link before, it'll be on screen. But also follow us on social media. We are at Harmony Hustle Pod on all platforms, and we look forward to seeing you there.
See you soon.
See you soon.